Katie K of Monday Night Raw. Welcome to the Rawrrzone. We've made our triumphant return to your YouTube screen, and if you don't like us, oh well, I really don't give a fuck. So we're here today, you know, trying our new style interviews with the one and only, the princess of Sixcentzent Entertainment herself, Taina.
Hi.
Hi, pretty. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I haven't seen you since, what, July?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's been quite a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I'm back.
I blame veg. Nikki. Gotta blame somebody in this bitch. So tell me, you know, this is our first interview, so tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, how you started, all of that good stuff.
Okay, cool. So my name is Taina Lopez, and I am a singer, rapper, songwriter. I also do dance and acting, but that's not what this interview is about. It's about music. So I have been singing for about 5 years professionally under Sixcentzent as my management from Andre Faria, and I've been loving every second of it. It's been great. We've done a whole bunch of shows. I started out doing opening for freestyle music, 80s music, and I have transitioned over and I'm doing everything that I can get my hands on. And I'm just young girl from the Bronx trying to make it, man.
I bet.
That's it.
I mean, you're doing in 5 years, you've progressed more than people that have been doing this for 10, for
Thank
15. You know, your streams are off the chart.
Thank you, thank you.
What is your secret behind that?
Confidence. I have had a battle with confidence for a very long time, and confidence really takes you a long way. Like, it takes you so far. Like, it helps you do things that you wouldn't do. When I first started singing professionally, I was used to being in groups. I was used to being part of dance teams. I was used to be part of ensembles, working on plays and working. Whenever I would sing, I would be singing in a group. It was never me by myself. So to make that leap was very difficult because I had never done it before. But once I made that leap and I transitioned over, game over. Game over, because I can do what I want on stage. Like, this is my domain. When I'm on stage, when I'm in the booth, when I'm in the studio, that is mine. And I can do what I want with it because it's my craft. So it's really fun. And it's really worthwhile to see like all the progress that you make when it is you in the beginning that does it.
So what is the hardest part of discovering that confidence?
The fact that you have to fight for it every single day. To be completely 100 with you guys. Every single day you need to wake up and say, you know what? Can I curse on here?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. You need to wake up every day and say, you know what? I'm that bitch. And I need to like you need that in order to do anything in terms of the music industry. When it comes to photography, when it comes to actually being on stage, when it comes to being, you need to have that thick skin in order to do what you got to do, on stage or off.
Okay, so when you're at your off day, what do you do to bring back that confidence? Because a lot of females always have these issues, whether it's their self-esteem or, you know, their craft. Everyone has those moments where they're just like, fuck, I can't do this.
Yeah. Yeah, and that happens to like all of us. Like, it happens to all of us. I was writing, and one song took me 20 minutes. And then another song took me like 3 months. Because like, it's a day-to-day thing. Like, depending on like how you come together with that song, how you get the song together. But honestly, it's really all about like remembering what you've done already. Like, for example, like when I first started, like I look at my old videos and it's cringy, but you have to, because you see your progress, you see how far you've come. And I actually recently saw a video of one of my first shows. It was in a little hole in the wall in the Bronx, and I was performing, I was singing, and the entire sound system shut down. Like, apparently there was like something broke, and there was like a fire, and like the mic broke, the DJ booth broke, like the whole thing just broke in the middle of my song. and I just had to look at everybody. I put the mic down and I finished singing to a bare audience because there was nothing there. So I just kind of sang louder and it worked out. And it's like, if I could do that back then when my confidence was like this much, imagine what I can do now. And like, that's just something that you have to keep at.
Okay. So it's not a secret, you're a multifaceted artist. You've done freestyle, you've done EDM, you've done hip hop, and I could say a little pop too, right? If you could fit all of this into your own custom genre, what would you call it?
Taina.
Really?
I don't like putting myself in a box, and I like trying different things. And yes, when you're an artist, you have to have some sort of direction that you're going. But I feel like when you're in the beginning stages and when you're in the underground, that's where you really get to play. And that's where you really get to be creative. So I ain't shit yet. So I can play around with what I'm doing and what I want to do. So, I don't know. I think I'll have to get back to you on that answer. On what genre my music is called. Because I have no idea.
See, when we do this interview again, when you're famous, then you'll probably have that answer for me.
It's probably still going to be Taina music.
Why not?
Right.
So, you mentioned earlier that you were a dance and a theater major.
Yes.
Okay, how has that helped you into your production?
You have to, when you, I've mentioned before about confidence.
Yes.
And I have a history of constantly going back and forth with my confidence. As an actor, you kind of throw yourself into the scene. You throw yourself on stage like, you know what? I may not do trap, but if I'm collabing with someone on a trap song, I gotta sell it. So I'm just gonna do it. So as that actor, you kind of mold yourself to whatever it is that you have to do.
Okay.
And when it comes to like stage performance, music videos, a lot of the more multimedia aspect of what we do, it's a lot easier when you have more than just a singing background.
Yeah.
So it just really makes it easier.
So you mentioned trap, and I know it's not along the same thing, but you did a song with China Mac and Chris Rivers. Where the hell did that come from?
Honestly, Andre put everything together. And when he first told me, I was like, wait, really? Am I really going to do that? Oh my God. So I kind of like, well, you know what? I just got to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm not putting myself in the box. So it's not fair for me to say, well, you know what? I'm not going to try this because this doesn't match me. This doesn't match like what I've been doing. If I say I'm going to try something, I'm going to try it. And it actually turned out to be really, really cool. Like, both of them were really amazing. Chris Rivers, I say it in almost every interview that they ask me about Chris Rivers. He went in the booth, he did one take, and then he came out and was like, is that okay? And I'm looking at him like, fuck you mean? That was amazing. And China, he's very humble. So that kind of threw me off a little bit, because if you see him on social media, if you see all of his stuff, he's very... like, he has this very intimidating kind of feel about him. Yeah, but then when you meet him in person, it's very different. He's very cool. He's very down to earth.
I mean, I've met him a couple of times myself, but I mean, I see from interviews himself, he's very real. He's very real, and he's not intimidating as everyone thinks.
It's like once you kind of like get to know him as a person, it's like, oh, well, excuse me.
But I mean, that's the same thing now. If we talk about all independent artists as a whole, we put ourselves into a personification, excuse me, where people say, well, KDK is a photographer, but KDK is also a host. And KDK is always very intimidating, or she, you know, because I get all the time, I got no soul. I'm this. What? I'm that. I swear to God, the list is hilarious. I also heard I'm a robot.
Okay.
Yeah. But, you know, once people get to know you, then they see, okay, you know, she's not as bad as everyone says. So, you know, how often do you get misrepresented just like me, Taina Mac, and everyone else?
It's kind of strange because I'm still that person that's very new to the industry. I say that I've been here for like 5 years. I've been working for 5 years, but I still kind of I treat everything in like an arm's length. So I can kind of get the whole like intimidation thing. It's more of a I'm intimidated kind of thing, but then I'm not. So when I'm kind of new to a scene, like new to a genre or new to any type of social scene, I kind of look at it as like, okay, I'm gonna very slowly make myself known. You're not gonna know who I am until I get on stage, but by the time I get off that stage, you're gonna know who the fuck I am. But at the same time, it's kind of a touch and go, because in this industry, you can't really trust anyone. So it's very difficult, because I learned very, very early on working with these OGs, working with these freaking legends, that I've learned horror stories. Like I've heard horror stories about the industry and how people you can't trust anyone. So treating everyone with like an arm's length, I'm kind of getting used to warming up to people now in the industry. So I kind of understand where people are coming from when it comes to, oh, who is this new girl? Why is she so quiet? Why is she only loud when she's on stage? I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, I'm like, well, you know what? This is who I am. So this is why I like doing stuff like this, because it kind of gets people
to know you,
to know who I really am. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the part where I technically should have asked this before the intimidation part, but
oh boy.
no, it's nothing bad, because he's gonna cut this in 2 seconds for the next part. So pretty much you're just gonna introduce the song, the Hater song. I'm gonna grab the YouTube stream and put it into your interview as well. So just talk about Haters a little bit. Tell us about Haters, and then introduce it, and then we're gonna cut it, and then continue with the rest of the interview.
So explain that one more time. So I'm talking about,
you're talking about your track with Taina Mac and Chris Rivers, the inspiration behind it. Then we're gonna cut it, because then technically when we edit the video, it's gonna have like the audio or whatever with the cover on it.
Got it. Okay. So
you're basically just explaining the record.
Got it. So I have a song called Haters with Taina Mac and Chris Rivers, and it's basically about the music industry and how we feel about it, how we treat people about our music. Wow, can I start over?
Go ahead, don't worry.
Thank you so much, because I'm like, woo.
That's fine.
All right, so I have a new song. Nope, don't have a new song. It's not new. Let's start. All right, woo, long day. Hi, I have a song with Taina Mac and Chris Rivers. It is called Haters, and the record is basically about not caring what other people think about you, because you're still gonna make it regardless. And that's pretty much it. So here is Haters, featuring Taina Mac and Chris Rivers, and myself.
You know, I ain't been in the game long, but I learned that sometimes you gotta take what they hash out at you and hash it right back. Taina Mac.
Yeah.
Chris Rivers.
It's Rivers.
New York's finest.
Red money.
6 cents.
Woo.
Let's go.
They gon' say you can't do it. They gon' say you can't win. They gon' say you can't make it cause the color of your skin. Don't listen to what they say pretend. Tryna put up a fight, gotta take one on your chin. When I was doing bad, I ain't really feeling hate though. Now I'm doing good, seem like everybody hate though. Bunch of bloodsuckers tryna get me for my bankroll. Top of that PO, put a bracelet on my ankle. Lone soldier, heart bigger than Leviathan. I am him, see a bunch of prey up in the lion's den. So gone, hear the church songs and violins. Try again, now the smoke clear and the sirens in. The hate is real, they praying for me to f*** up. You ain't got nothing good to say, then shut the f*** up. They wanna take me out the game, try to get me touched up. Your fake smiles and your what's ups, what's up?
I said I would make it, I meant it. On my way up, I know that you hate it. You can't fake this, uphill race and patient. While you waiting, pick the pace, I face it. I said I would make it, I meant it. On my way up, I know that you hate it. you where you at. Ain't playing no more games while you mad. They love you till you pass them, then they try to stop you. Never be stagnant, they upset because they not you. If you wasn't with me in the dirt, miss me with that jealousy, you ain't put in the work. Then you're gonna wanna come back cause I got it first. Blood-sucking leeches, they use you and then disperse. What's it worth? Get the clippers cause I'm cutting off these dead ends. He wanna laugh, I gotta laugh, you hit a dead end. My time, what's a timeline where the haters will rest? My God, that's the last time that I feature a mess. Confidence is sexy as hell, I got my looks back. Who the hell's that Taina chick and how she booked that? And who cares where the world's gone? They just talking cause your girl's up. I said I would make it, I meant it. On my way up, I know that you hate it. You can fake this, uphill race impatient. While you waiting, pick the pace up, face it. I said I would make it, I meant it. On my way up, I know that you hate it. You can fake this, uphill race impatient. While you waiting, pick the pace up, face it.
They hated till I hated myself. They projected they lack of faith in their dreams as I won't make it myself. Had to block the negativity, I gave it myself. Forced into solitude, I realized that's the greatest I felt. Call the non-believers, I stomped the beat and then palmed the heater. Was born a leader. Sad when they pass and we pouring leaders, of course I heat up. Walked through the frost and they saw the seers, I saw the healers. I'm ballin', I'm all in like foreign dealers. You can't doubt me. You never walked in my shoes, felt the weight of the world collapse. Just so I something to prove was on your mind. They got nothing to lose, they coming for you. And hoping since they dropped the ball, you fumbling too. Well, I get that, but I don't sweat that. There are no setbacks, it's set-ups, and a loss just means a lesson. If you get back, I get up every single day, that's what I'm blessed at. When I say that I'm the greatest, haters hate it cause I meant that. It's rivers.